Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Blue Badge Crypto, bringing you another Bitcoin and market update. But listen, if you're not already on the Twitter, get over there at Blue Badge Crypto. That's where you're going to get the most time-sensitive alerts on trends, trading, and analysis in the market. Let's dive into Bitcoin, guys. We're starting out here on the 4-hour chart. If you've been following some updates on Twitter, if you've been following along, you know what we're looking at here, and you were ready for this. Where we just were going sideways, guys. I mean, ever since we came down here and had a decent move down here on the 11th, where we kind of bottomed out here almost a week ago now, we just did some sideways action, had this quick, fake pump and dump right here above our red line, and then just kind of stayed in this, small range right here. And then even smaller right here, we just slowly creeped up, and then literally from, the 15th until, yesterday, the 17th right here. So we literally just stayed right here, guys, in this tiny little range right here from about 40,007 to about 40,000. So it's like $700 range right here. It's just kind of ridiculous going sideways. So it couldn't last forever. And we finally had that move down. And I gave you all these levels. If we had a spike up, this is where I told y'all that you should be shorting. And if we had a spike down, this is where I told y'all you should be longing here in this green box. And you can see it played out here, with precision. It came down here and literally just hit the box right here. Ever so slightly wicked into that box right there. Do y'all see that? So good play so far, guys. But I mentioned this on Twitter this morning as well. If you haven't checked the Twitter, that, this isn't the area to be, trying to hit a home run play. Like, this isn't going to be the long shot that goes to the moon. You're not going to go to 100K off this move, guys. And make sure you're securing profits and, playing it safely right here, guys. But if we pull up that RSI, we do have, a little bit of bullish divergence going on here on this 4-hour chart here where we're making that lower low. Do y'all see that right here? Making these lower lows in price right here. But if we go to that RSI, we're making that higher low. Okay, so that's a bullish divergence that we have right here with a low in price, a lower low, and a low on the RSI, and a higher low, guys. Okay, so that could be helpful in getting, this pop that we're seeing right here, guys. So what we want to expect off this lower time frame move, what we're going to be looking for from here, guys, is we want to see price action come up here and break through these lows right here. Okay, so if we come up here and break through these lows, that's where we could see continuation and go test up here at this $40,000 level again. But like I said right here, this is going to be resistance now, guys. Okay, so these lows that we made right here, maybe a little bit more like this right here, guys. So you can see that we came down and found support, and then once again we found support before losing that support level. So and you can already see, look, we already came up here and wicked already up to that level and have now gotten denied, guys. So we could expect that wick to potentially fill right here. So you could come up and test this level again, guys. But right now on the lower time frames, that level is key, and that's sitting at approximately 39,660 right there or so, guys. So keep your eyes on that level. If you push back up there again, definitely make sure you're securing profits, like I said, guys. But we can draw a potential target off this lower time frame move if we were to see continuation through that yellow line here on this lower time frame. So we go from our previous low up to our high and down to our new low that we created. And that would have a technical target to potentially come up here, guys, to test that $40,000, almost $41,000 here at $40,950 right there. So, guys, so potentially saying we could come up and test that red line once again, guys. And that kind of holds significance here because I'll go over to our next supply and demand zone chart, guys, and just kind of show y'all what we have going on over here. If y'all remember, this is our supply and demand zone that we're looking at on the 1-day chart, guys, okay, where we have our supply zone and our demand zone lower. And we have this ascending level of support right here that I've had drawn for y'all that we did come down here and bounce off of, okay? And we had some nice price action come up here and push all the way up, to 41.5 or so and try and get a bounce off this level. But now what you see is happening right here is that we've come down and have now lost this level of support, guys. So if we zoom in on like an 8-hour chart, you can see what's happening right here, guys, where we've come down now, okay, where price action has come down, lost this level of support right here, okay, and now what we're doing is we're coming back up and testing this level as resistance, okay. So if this continues to play out right here, you would expect price action to get denied should that level continue to act as resistance right here as we push up and come and try and test that level. And for reference, guys, this level right here is sitting right at approximately, if we were to come straight up, we would test it right at about $40,000, guys. So that's just another piece of, information that kind of goes in confluence what we were just looking at right here, right? where, this lower time frame move right here that we just got this bounce off could potentially come up if we break through this yellow line, come up and start pushing that 40K level to see, how far we can really get with this level. And that's in conjunction right here. That would mean that on this higher time frame, on this daily chart, that we'd be coming back up and back testing this level as resistance, all dependent on where we hit this line, right? So, we go a little bit more sideways right here, right before we test that line. That means, we'd be coming up and testing about, 40,002, 40,003 right there. So, guys, so it's kind of time dependent on that right there. But that's what we're looking at, guys. And if we do, see denial here, like I've been telling y'all guys, okay, we are looking at coming back down to the bottom level of this demand zone right here. Okay, and that would be our next bounce level. Should we get denied here, that we're, so far is playing out right here, okay? So should we get denied here at resistance, we're looking at $35,000 as the next level that we come down to. Now, if we can get price action back above this level right here, guys, okay? If we can get price action back above this level right here, okay? So say we come back, test this, and we actually are able to break through that and hold this level of support again, like we did right here, guys, okay, where we're holding that level of support. This is just a fake out on these, mid time frames. We come back up, hold that level of support. That's where we can see that other push. We need to break this high right here at 41.5, and that's where we'd be good to go to come up and test this supply zone again. That's starting at about 43,850 right there. So, guys, but as it sits right now, guys, all we've done is lost support, testing it as resistance, okay? We've come down on the lower time frame, had that lower time frame bounce level. Now coming back up, and this is just also showing on this lower time frame that we're coming back up, testing that level as resistance that's given to us on that higher time frame as well, guys. So that's how you use your levels in confluence with each other, guys, to kind of display what's going on. This is something that I showed on Twitter yesterday, guys, and this, I don't want to scare anybody, but this is an exact layover from Bitcoin of 2018, okay? So 2018, this is what Bitcoin looked like, and when we pull up those those EMAs right here, and you can see, let's pull it out to that 1 week chart just so everyone can see right here. The EMAs are on the verge of crossing right here. I mean, I don't think it can get any bit closer without them crossing. I mean, there's absolutely just barely any space right there. So those EMAs on the verge of crossing right here, guys. Okay, and just as a reminder, this is what happened back in 2018, okay, where we were going sideways, and eventually those EMAs crossed. After we pushed up into those EMAs, right? We kept pushing into those EMAs, and then finally they did cross right here. We did a little bit more sideways, and that's where we we fell down right there, guys. And this would just be an exact layover from 2018, guys. So I don't want to scare anybody, but I do want to say, this is a potential. I don't want anyone to think that this is not a potential play right here, guys. Do I think it will happen or has to happen? No, not necessarily, but no one in 2018 thought that we were going to go this low either. Literally, when price was down here and we were making this bottom formation in 2018 right here, no one thought it could go lower. Everyone was saying we're going back to the moon. It's just going to be a moonshot again. Load up your bags. Pretty much what the sentiment is amongst many bullish people right now, that the bottom's in and it's only moonshot from here. So I'm certainly one that is long-term bullish, but I don't want to be naive and only focus on one potential outcome from right here, guys. So just be aware that this, yes, going lower is a potential. It doesn't have to happen. I'm not telling you it absolutely will happen, but just keep an open mind, be ready for all scenarios, right? And this exact layover is just a little bit, scary right here, right? Where, what this, would play out, where we could ride this support level, right? Support, lose that level of support, back test as resistance, and we would come down here. And just for reference, guys, that's that low, just from this fractal, I'm not saying this is actually the price that we'd come down to, but this fractal just says we'd come down to 23,236 right there, guys, okay? Before an eventual pump, back up to 71,000 and beyond, actually, obviously. But that's what we're looking at, guys, on Bitcoin on the higher time frames, the lower time frames. Again, guys, we're looking for this balance to play out. It needs to get past this resistance level here on the lower time frame at 39.6 if we want to go and test 40K and potentially a little bit higher. I don't foresee us, having some absolute blast of a move coming back up here. But if we were to, our next resistance level were to be, 41.8, and then we get back into this range bound price action, guys. But all we've done, really so far is just create, some type of downtrend here on this lower time frame right here, guys, right? Just kind of somewhat of a formation of a downtrending, formation right here, guys. We're just kind of finding consistent resistance right here. So again, this is just another piece of information that says, we could come back up and, test this level, and that would be at approximately 40,000 right there. Sorry. And that's where we can see further downside, guys. So if we want to get further upside, I think the key to it is breaking through that red line at 40765 and holding that level again as support, guys. So that's what we're looking at, lower time frames, higher time frames. If you found the video helpful, throw a like down, throw a comment. Thanks for watching today, guys.